This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined here today by unbeaten super lightweight contender Jack Catterall. We're here at the press conference for Ohara Davies in Leicester. How are you, Jack?
Yeah, very well, thank you. A couple of days away from the fight now, so excited to get in there.
Just want to touch on yesterday, something I just mentioned to you off camera about the public workout. It was a little bit of a different feel than what we've become accustomed to, particularly with Ohara Davies. Tell me a little bit about
that. Yeah, public workouts are normally straightforward. You do a little bit so that everyone can get the pictures for the media and whatnot. Ohara, they were quite respectful yesterday, which has been throughout the whole of the training camp for us, so I don't take too much from it. Might turn up today and revert back to how he used to be, but more than anything now I'm just focused on Saturday night, so get the press conference done today, weigh in tomorrow, I can zone out then and focus on Saturday.
Tell me a little bit about preparation for this. When we sat down when the fight was first announced in London, you were telling me about getting sparring in and how Ohara's awkward. I know you've been doing a lot of work with your stablemate Tommy Coyle. How difficult has it been to prepare for somebody like Ohara Davies?
It's not been difficult. Training's been brilliant. We've had a great camp. Both my coaches, Jamie and Nigel, got us in great condition. More than anything this camp, I think over the coming months that I've been with Jamie, I've learnt a lot. I feel like I've come on leaps and bounds, so it's more a case of being in the gym, learning and picking things up. I've had some great rounds sparring, physically, mentally, well prepared for Saturday.
Now, you're from one of the most blossoming stables in the UK. You've got Rocky Fielding, Martin Murray, Carl Frampton, all secured big wins this year. Does that help you, or does that put any additional pressure on you going into this fight?
You know what, it's strike that hunger again. I think seeing all the stable mates and the success that everybody's having in the stable, it's really driven me on. So I've been involved in their training, seen how they're preparing for their big fights, and learning off them, learning off my coaches, and I just want to add to the success that's been growing in the gym.
You're somebody who, over the last few years, you've been out and you've sparred sort of a who's who of sort of superstars, really, in British boxing. How different are you now compared to the person who did go and do the circuit? You know, you did the circuit in America, training with the likes of Miguel Cotto, I believe, Manny Pacquiao, and the like. How is that different now? How are you different now as a fighter than the Jack Catterall who went and sort of learned your craft on the circuit?
I think, like anything, it's experience. So I think over the last 5 years, I've got a lot of experience sparring numerous world champions in the UK, champions in America, and it's helped me grow. People forget that I'm only 25, so when I was out sparring these world champions, I was in my very early 20s, and it's just given me a lot of confidence. So as the years have gone on, I've stayed in the gym, I've learnt a lot during fights, during training, and it's brought me to this point today.
Do you feel like you've gone under the radar a little bit on the domestic scene? Do you think that this could be something of a breakout performance for you against Ohara Davies, who's somebody who still has quite a significant profile?
I wouldn't say under the radar. I've always been there ticking away. I've had some good wins over the last couple of years. Won the British title last year. I fought some before that. I had a couple good international fights that helped me progress. There was no rush, and there's still no rush now to. I know where my ambitions are going, and I'm still building towards that at a comfortable pace. But this fight's definitely caught the imagination of the British public, so hopefully again it will catapult me closer to where I need to be.
And just finally, because we're about to get started here, after your last fight against Tyrone McKenna, Jamie Moore said that he felt like you could have gone through the gears a little bit, maybe gone to close the show. Is that something that you've been working on in preparation for Ohara Davies?
Yeah, definitely. Every fight's a learning fight, and I was quite happy really with the performance. And I got the 10 rounds with Tyrone McKenna. I'd only had 2 rounds previous with Jamie in the ring on fight night, so we come away from that fight with plenty to look at and plenty to learn from. So this fight you'll see an improved fighter once again.
And just finally, give us a prediction. How's it going to go on Saturday when you face Ohara Davies in Leicester?
Ultimately, it's a win by me. Whether that comes early or it's a points win, I'm looking to secure that victory in style.
Just finally, I always say that. I always say just finally when I've got like 3 questions left to ask, but this is just finally because we are about to get started. A lot of talk around Ohara is the fact that in his loss to Josh Taylor, some people say he quit. Is that something that you're reading anything into going into this fight? Do you see any mental fragilities there?
Definitely not. Josh Taylor's a great fighter, and he boxed brilliant that night, and it proved tough for Ohara. I think if anything it will give Ohara a second life, and he wouldn't like to go out like that again, so I'm expecting a tough fight on Saturday.
Okay, well, Jack Catterall, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night in Leicester.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, nice one, mate.